Morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to Piggy Rumors channel, the Fat Gay Retard channel, whatever you might say. I hope that doesn't get classified as bullying online. God forbid. Um, Today I come to you as a small nobody on YouTube, a little piece of shit channel I like to call Dingo Hearts Babies. Please like and subscribe, click the bell icon, whatever the fuck else you want to do. First, let me start by saying that my channel I never plan on monetizing this channel. I never plan on opening it up for ads. I never plan on putting money on it. Simply because of the awareness that I have come to over the last couple of years, and an awareness that I've become horribly aware of, is that in exchange for monetization, you are now pretty much selling your soul as far as I'm concerned. You're giving up any kind of rights that you could possibly or potentially have to your creative works, and essentially, you're opening yourself up to corporate censorship. With all the YouTube policies, with all the stuff like that going on. So for me, for a creator like me that's planning on doing like very controversial and covering a lot of controversial things and doing dark humor similar to like a Filthy Frank, I have no hope of monetization. And if I do, I know that it's going to be piss poor amounts of money that they're going to give to a creation like that. So I'm fine with that. I plan on in the future possibly opening up another YouTube channel that is more family friendly as far as art tutorials and artist things and stuff like that, where I don't have to cuss or use poo poo and pee pee language and all that good stuff, and keep it really family friendly so Mickey Mouse can promote his fucking streaming service all over my goddamn channel and all that good stuff. But today I went on Twitter and I noticed that YouTube has refined their policies yet again, slowly but surely closing those walls of the internet and freedom of speech and freedom of expression off and walling us in like pigs in a pen to fucking consume each other. And yeah, I mean, it's basically talking about bullying and stuff like that, and I guess drama channels, and it covers a wide range of like artistic expression, I guess. Which already, if you don't know of iDubbbz TV or iDubbbz, he does the Content Cop series. Well, apparently his Leafy video has already been flagged, and they're talking about taking it down. Which is fucking stupid because in and of itself, YouTube, if you read the policy and you look at the new reform or what have you, it already states that your freedom of expression and artistic expression is going to be covered under this. And you're going to be safe. Don't worry. You're going to be safe. Don't worry. Don't say it, but say it. Don't say it, but say it. And the policy, of course, and to be fair to YouTube, this is a policy that they're implementing, and things may reform, things may change, they may actually work with creators to get these policies fixed or fine-tuned or whatever. One would hope. But already the fact that they've went after iDubbbz is fucking stupid. And if you ask me, that completely contradicts their statement of artistic expression. As far as I'm concerned, the Content Cop series is probably one of the least bullying, bad or offensive things. Now, that being said, it's like, let me explain what I mean by that. It's simple that he does it in one shot. He'll do like one take on the subject and throw it out there, and that's it. And then his fans or fan base or whoever decides to carry that forward and do whatever they want to do. And I could understand that they would see that as bullying, but I don't think that's the case. I think that iDubbbz has like he's done it in an artistic like way to where it's not constantly trying to bully or harp or whatever on people. So, and if he has done things like that you can say, well, that has been outside the format, that has been outside of, whatever. Now, I don't, I already, it looks like that's going to be like, shit. And the thing I feel, and I guess like a lot of people are starting to become aware of, if they haven't expressed it all over, is corporate interest in YouTube and corporate control in YouTube, and therefore corporate control in the overall majority of arts. You're seeing it happen on Facebook, Twitter. Well, Twitter not so much. It's not so bad as of yet, but you're seeing it happen across like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all social media platforms. You're starting to see the walls come down on us as far as, and the walls being put up around us as far as what we can say, when we can say it, and how how you can say it. Essentially, to me, I feel like this is a twofold process. First of all, to make everything corporatized and streamlined for easy, basically herding of the masses into, at least in America, the shit that we've grown up and been indoctrinated to our whole lives. Corporate interest, corporate brainwashing in the regards of, or commercial brainwashing in the regards of, we want everybody to like a couple of things, and we want everybody to be segregated into these nice little groups that we can market to easily. We want the goths to be goths. We want the rappers to be rappers. We want the Gucci Mane to be Gucci Mane. So we don't have to work as hard to, pump shit down their throats and take all their fucking money. And that just seems to be, the case here, is that it's more corporate interest. People have covered it before where it's like, okay, well, mass shootings, they attacked YouTube creators for mentioning topics like mass shootings or violence in America, but yet Jimmy Kimmel and his YouTube channel seem to have monetization perfectly fine on it. And they were never touched. That's awful coincidental. And we're starting to see this. We're starting to see this. Of course, we have been seeing this with the introduction of big name celebrities on the platform, stuff like that, who seem to get special treatment, who have the connections to actually get in touch with somebody at YouTube whenever they goddamn have a problem, and stuff like that. And it's walling off the world. It's putting walls up. It's putting us in cages. And the freedom of expression is dying. Second of all, I really want to go into the fact that this whole corporate control matrix not only serves the purpose of herding everybody like cattle into certain pens of what they want to buy and everything like that, but it's also killing the independent financial gains of people who are not traditionally in the system. You got to look at it this way. Old money, the oligarchs of America and stuff like that, come from inherited money. They come from inherited billions. They come from long-standing money that they didn't have to work for. They didn't have to get. They didn't have to do shit for except be born from the right pussy hole at the right time to have billions put in their lap sometimes. They didn't have to get a day job. They didn't have to struggle. Nothing. So therefore, these people grow up and start to run your country. Of course, they're not going to understand what human interaction is and normal human life and what it is on the ground level of the fucking world. And in turn, what you're seeing is that, well, now with the new world and now over the last couple of years, you're starting to see people who can actually work, like, for example, PewDiePie. PewDiePie came from nowhere, but yet he's sitting on top of a very lucrative YouTube channel right now. He's not old money, he's new money. Hell, for example, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, new money. You're starting to see a system to where normal people like me and you can go out there and make billions of dollars potentially, if not very, millions off of this platform, feasibly millions. That's what it is. I mean, this can turn normal everyday people that they cannot control and are not regulated into the hierarchy of the fucking oligarch into millionaires, billionaires potentially. Sky's the limit. They can't control that money. They can't control that ideal. Like, PewDiePie was not a person raised up in the traditional systems of, Swedish hierarchy, upper class, whatever, which I'm sure exists because it exists all over the world. This is a problem that the world faces now, not just America, especially in America, but the world faces. The world faces the problem of businesses running systems that were meant and intended for people, not businesses. I mean, yeah, sure, there's things in there that obviously are made for businesses, because if you have an economy, you're going to have businesses and you need to have certain things for them. But when you start to skew the laws of human rights and human dignities to fit corporate interests, to fit business interests and stuff like that, to promote them over the will of mankind, the betterment of mankind, then you start to see things falling apart, man. Like here in America, it's a fucking mess, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And now, not to get too political, but now we see a system where our president is sitting there on TV talking about serving, not ignoring term limits and trying to go on to do this, and kind of as a jokey thing, I guess. And then you see the Thanos thing come out, and I can't help but think, coincidentally, there was a shooting all over YouTube last night that happened. I forgot where it was, Philadelphia maybe. I forgot. Then all of a sudden that pops up out of nowhere, and some of these things, some of this shit just seems too coincidental sometimes. And I'm not going to launch into some crazy conspiracy theory or stuff like that. And it's classic misdirection in the media, I guess, to take away from what's going on. But as far as small time YouTube creator stuff like that, I have no hopes of ever turning this into a monetizable channel or a monetizable thing. Hell, I don't even have goddamn hopes this channel's going to stay up. At some point, I'm sure they're going to fucking hit me with a bunch of policy violations and delete my channel and whatever, which is fine. I'd rather keep my fucking soul and make a buck. I'd rather keep my dignity and my individuality than make a fucking dollar. I mean, that's just all it is to it. And that's a choice that all artists have to make and all mediums now. Like, well, I could do what I want to do, but following the system, cowing down to Master Bojangles or the massa is going to let Bojangles dance another day with Shirley Temple. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to make that decision. Like, do I want individuality, or do I want to cow down and become a fucking machine that just produces the same generic fucking content over and over and over again? I mean, for God's sakes, how many goddamn top 10 lists do we need in the fucking world? And to be fair, I want to be fair here. If there wasn't a bunch of fucking people to watch that shit would have never took off. It's kind of like the theory of, well, who do you blame in a situation, the drug dealer or the drug addict? Who's keeping who in business and who is really the problem here? Like, with no drug addicts, there may never be any drug dealers. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there at that. Nick Cannon is a fucking idiot, by the way. I don't know if you've seen anything about that, but I may cover that in another video. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. This is generally just a stupid-ass channel of, me, Piggy Rumors, sitting here giving my commentary and loose takes on just bullshit happening around us. So if you'd like to see more of that, whatever. And I mean, as always, if you agree or disagree, just leave it down in the comments below. Talk about it, say whatever. Please, go ahead. I mean, state your points and do whatever, man. I mean, we could all disagree and be friends at the same time. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a great day. Kiss from Daddy. Kiss from Piggy Rumors. Piggy kiss. I'll see you guys later. Bye.